Yo, what's up everyone? My name is LightningQuiz7 and today we're doing something a little bit different. I now have 500 subscribers. Let's go! And I've been meaning to do a subscriber special for a while and I'm sorry, but thank you guys for all your patience. Finally, we're just gonna do a Q&A slash ask me anything and a special announcement. So, I'm really looking forward to it. So, anyways, yeah, I'll just kind of answer various questions that people have asked me in my Discord server, which, if you haven't joined it, by the way, link is in the description. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So, we'll start off simple. Martin Gecko asks, what's your favorite color? It is blue. It is calming, and I just resonate with it. Martin Gecko asks, what's my favorite food? That's kind of hard. But I really love, I can't really name it down to like a specific food. I'll just say I love Mexican food. That's like my favorite genre. So I'm sorry I can't get more specific, but otherwise it'd be like too hard to think about. My favorite snack though is dolmas. Dolmas, also known as grape leaf or rice with wrapped grape leaves. Oh my god, those are so good. Okay, Blue Thunder asks, how do you watch your anime? Okay, I guess I have to answer another question first. First, yeah, I watch anime, and how I watch it, I usually, I use 3 different platforms. So I use HBO Max, Netflix, and Crunchyroll. There you go. Martin Gecko also asks, what's the reason you got into Smash? So I have been a casual Smash player actually ever since I was very little. I was always a really big fan of Smash. Like, one of my friends played it a bunch, and I would play with her, and that was super fun. But for competitive Smash, actually, it's a fun little story. I'll actually put the video in the little, I forget what it's called, but you know, it'll be on the top right. I went, so before Ultimate release, I went to a tailgate tour for the beta release, or like the, you know, like the pre-Ultimate version. I got to play it before it even came out, and it was super cool because they had setups in the back, but then they had this one big setup like in the front, and it was the big screen, you know, in front of the crowd and such, and you know, the line was super long, by the way. Like, it probably took like 30 minutes or so to like get back into like the rotation such for like 2 matches. I think it was 2 matches. But so they were like calling up people to play on the big screen, right? And I raised my hand and I got called, and I was like super excited. It was like this guy named Jordan Kent. I think he is like a Nintendo, like, I forget exactly, but if you look him up, you'll like get some good information. But Jordan Kent, he was up 2-0 against the audience in the best of 5, and I was game 3, and I got up, and by the way, the rules were definitely casual rules, like New Donks, or not New Donk, New Pork City was on, and I threw him into the insta-kill hazard, but I remember when I'm playing, I just loved the hype and the thrill and like seeing the crowd. I just loved that energy, and then after that, I started getting into the competitive side. And also my friend, a friend I met later, also like introduced me to the competitive stuff, but that is what led me to start playing in tournaments. Plus TV asks 2 questions. What made you pick up Cloud as a character, and do you play any other characters? Literally just found him fun, like straight from the get-go. Like, when I was still like kind of casual with the game, I like played World Light, got Cloud. I'm like, man, he's really fun, and then I just haven't stopped ever since. I've pretty much played him, not since day 1, but month 1. And do I play other characters? Not seriously, but I like playing Sephiroth and Joker for fun. Sometimes Sora. I like basically DLC characters. But I like Sephiroth because he's like, and Joker because they're kind of like more precise than like usual. And I like how like sub heavy like Sephiroth is. It just makes you feel very big brain when you get like a cool shell flare combo or something. And Sora, He just is satisfying. I don't know. He's just satisfying, and also I personally think he's really good. I think he's slept on. Like, I'm just gonna say it. Like, if you want me to talk about Sora, let me know in the comments. But anyways, CSWYT or CS Whites 777. Sorry, I kind of butchered that. What made you choose a name like Quit 7? Very short story. When I was young, I was inspired to be a YouTuber. And I had no idea how they thought up of their handles, right? Or their tags, or stuff like that. And I just randomly thought of 3 things I liked and just put it together. And that was it. That's it. And I just kind of stuck with it since. I have actually thought of changing it. Not like I thought of like changing it completely. Like I was interested in a name like Nebula, or something like that. Because I like space and it also sounds cool, but I didn't want to do that because I like the meaning, and also I like it when people call me LQ. I think that's really cool. And then I also thought about shortening it to LQ7, right? I don't know. I can stick with this for now, but it might change. But the meaning won't. So that's what matters. Another one from Martin Gecko. Do you like geckos, or what is your opinion on geckos? I think they're cool. I'm personally not like a super big reptile guy, but I think they're cool, respectable. CS asks, what tier do you think Cloud is? I've already talked about it. I mean, for context, I do have an expansive top tier, but I do think Cloud is top tier because I think overall, he's pretty well rounded. Has some great pressure, great neutral. Is pretty flexible when it comes to how you can play with him, which I think is pretty good because that means you can handle multiple situations like more easily. And his offstage is definitely not great, but it's not that bad as people say it is. If you watch in tournament, you'll realize, damn, Spargo and Cola don't get edgeguard that much, and they'll be like, oh, but the character or the player like makes it so that's the way. But that argument I don't like, because I could go on about that for a while, but basically his recovery is not that bad. Also, if you notice, a lot of top players, even Esam, who was the biggest Cloud doubter for the longest time, now think he's top tier. Blue Thunder asks, what are Cloud's best neutral options? Back air, forward air, nair, down tilt, cross slash, limit charge, and blade beam in some matchups. I think those are like the ones you'd want to use the most. Also, signs like space forward tilt can be good. Like those are all like the safest. Like of course you can use the other options if you have more data, but that's like those are the best moves to start with. Cloud Strife, I'm honored. Cloud Strife asks, have you ever played Final Fantasy VII? If so, what party members did you use? I think he means for the final boss. For the final boss, I wanted to kind of use the original 3 just because I felt like they had like, or the 3, okay, sorry, when I mean the original 3, I mean like Cloud, Tifa, Barrett, because I don't know, for the story-wise, it just felt like, I could have like used like other characters, but I wanted to like stay true to the story in a way, and so I stuck with those 3. Also, I haven't played the remake, but I really want to. I've only played the original. Hero asks, do you have a Buster Sword? If no, do you want one? I don't have a Buster Sword, but I would like one. Though I probably shouldn't get one right now. I can't. I probably shouldn't do that right now. Maybe in the future. Okay, now Vincent Valentine's asking. I think there's some trolls. Because now Vincent Valentine's asking me a question now. If you have played Final Fantasy VII, have you killed Emerald and Ruby weapon? No, I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I didn't do too many side things. I think I did kill like one of the bosses to get like the Ultima weapon for Cloud or whatever. It's like his like secret best weapon, but I don't think I did those bosses specifically. But I definitely ran into them. That's a good question. What is your break mentality? When you need a break, how generally do you take it, and when you come back from the break, what's the first thing you do in Smash? And how do you how do you know generally that you effectively have taken a break? So my break mentality, it's kind of simple, but if I'm not really feeling Smash, or like I don't want to play, I want to do something else, right? I just don't. That's like, all right, I guess I'm not playing Smash today, or like, you know, we're not playing Smash right now, and it's just like if I sense like burnout or lack of motivation, right? I'll just step away for a bit and kind of recollect myself, and then when I'm done, then or when I feel ready, then I'll come back and play. It's pretty simple, just like trying to trusting myself, right? And trusting how what I feel and what I think. My breaks tend to be they can range from like a day to 3 days. Though one time I actually took like a month-long break, which I think was good. Because I just was, you know, I had been playing Smash like like almost non-stop for like 3 years. I mean, like my hours I guess aren't super high, but still I was like, you know, playing a lot of Smash, thinking a lot about Smash, and you know, but I think that was good for me. It's kind of was refreshing and such. But my general break time is 1 to 3 days. Now, for when I know I have effectively taken a break, I mean, I guess, I mean, if it's obvious, I'll be more motivated and like, you know, kind of more passionate, right, about the game. Like, but like that's not always like the sign. That's just like the most obvious one. I guess if I am not like feeling like I don't want to play, right, or if I'm feeling too tired to play, I think those are like kind of like some of the signs are like, okay, I think this break was successful. Blue Thunder asking another question. Do you think Cloud is as good as people say he is on Wi-Fi, or do you think he is overrated? He says, personally, I think he's overrated online. I think he's like, I mean, I don't know. I don't really keep up with Wi-Fi opinions that much. But I think he's like, I think he's about the same as offline, because I think it's just that like with offline, it's just that his layers are like, for online his like first and second layers, his gameplay are stronger, but then his like other layers and stuff become stronger offline, if that makes sense. I'm not explaining this super well, but like I feel like his viability is relatively the same. It's just that there are like little changes in like how the neutral flows. For example, like, okay, now that they're like parrying, right? That's what people say, oh, you can't parry online, even though parrying doesn't help that much. I mean, can, but it's not a crazy difference. But then you start incorporating like tomahawk mix-ups and such, and then those become really strong. So I think, I guess you could say he's overrated online, but I don't know. He's still really good. Martin Gecko asks, what is your favorite move for Cloud? Cross slash. You can do so much with it. You can stall. You can have mix-ups on shield. You can get some style points. I mean like normal cross slash, by the way, not limit cross slash. Anti-airs. It's like it's such a good conditioning tool. It's just versatile, and I love that. You can use it for a lot of things. Do you think that you will play other games, or do you want to stick to Smash? I actually asked XL, if he was talking about competitively, but he said that like other games, like not like all competitively, but you can say that too. Competitively, I don't really see it, because no other game hooks me like Smash Ultimate does. Like, I've tried, I mean, I haven't tried many games. I've tried, like, Pokemon Unite for a bit, and that was fun. But after, like, 40 hours, I was like, eh. You know, I used to play League when I was younger for, like, 2 years. Eh. I didn't get into it. What are some other ones? I tried out Apex Legends very briefly, and that was fun, but I wouldn't, like, it was fun, but I wouldn't want to do it. And then I played Guilty Gear Strive, though I actually wanted to play it more, but it just came out like an incredibly busy time of my life, so I just couldn't really try it out. But I did like Guilty Gear. I thought Guilty Gear was fun, but it didn't hook me. Like, the thing is that like, if I wanted to play another game competitively, it would just be like, oh well, you know, now that I'm like, let's just say hypothetically that I'm like some god tier player, right? Who knows? But in the future, then I'm like, oh, I guess I should just like play another game and see if I can, get good at that. But it would just be to get good, not because I like really like the game and want to pursue it in that manner. So I don't see it. Now, if you're talking about other games from the channel, I actually will have an update on that later. But if videos, no. But I do have an update on that later. Super Colonel 44 asks, what do you do with your mental to be able to win it in tournaments? I just make it so that it's not the win that I don't ever jump to the conclusion that I am going to win ever, because you don't know that. I just only focus on what I know, what's happening right now, and just not getting too obsessed about like what could happen, because it just makes it so much harder to focus on what's actually important during that time. Like when you're like, it's fun to think about like outside of tournament, right? Like, oh man, if I beat that player, or if I got that placement, right? But you can't be thinking about that during tournament. So I just tend to focus on the game that's happening right now and just do my absolute hardest and not think about what if I win. Finally, the most important question of all time. Aerith or Tifa? Aerith, because Aerith is funny, better character. Like, Tifa's sweet, right? But Aerith has character, and she's kind of sassy, and I kind of like that, because it's like, it makes her kind of more independent. And even though she has, like, that or not stereotypical, but, like, I mean, there's some stereotypical traits, I guess, but, like, I feel like she kind of is independent, and I really like that. And Tifa is kind of independent, but, like, I don't know. Tifa just seems a little bit boring. I feel like people are into her for her body, not her personality as much. Though her personality isn't bad. But, Aerith for me. And now, for the special announcement, not only for 500 subscribers will I be doing the Ask Me Anything, which I have just done, but also, I will start streaming! Woo! I recently got a new computer, like a new gaming computer, right? And I tested it all the way through, and it works for streaming. And I don't have like a scheduled stream right now, but I will say, on the question earlier, someone was talking about other games. I won't make videos on other games, at least not anytime soon, but I actually will stream other games, as well as Smash. I mean, it will mainly be Smash, right? Like, maybe for Wi-Fi tournaments, or grind sessions, or like playing with you guys, or playing quick play, etc. Right? Maybe we'll do quick play police live version. But I will also be playing other games too. Like for example, for one game, I'm super excited for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I'm definitely streaming that 100%. I love Xenoblade. And there might be some other games I'll play on stream. I've been thinking about replaying or playing through Mario Odyssey again. That might be fun. Stuff like that. But yeah, I'm first gonna start streaming on YouTube, and I'm gonna see how that goes, how that feels. I asked people in my Discord server what they want more, and more people said YouTube. There's a couple that want Twitch, but I'm gonna start with YouTube for right now. See how that goes, and if people want me to move to Twitch, I'll move to Twitch. I'm pretty flexible with this stuff, but yeah. So I won't have a schedule soon, or I won't have a specific date soon for my first stream, but no, that is coming, and it is in the future. So keep an eye out for it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for 500 subscribers. It means a lot to me, and I've just been really happy with the channel and it's where it's headed and all that. So thank you all so much for all the support. And if you want to keep showing your support, if you haven't subscribed already, please be sure to do so and comment. You know the drill. It's been Lightning Quiz 7. I don't know. I can't think of the outro. Have a good one, y'all.